Falling off track can get very frustrating, but today I'm committed to making a mindset shift. If that's something that you're interested in or something that you would like to explore, stay tuned. Motivation fades. It can't be trusted long term. You need something deeper to rely on. Instead of thinking this is something I have to do, start thinking this is something she or he would do. This is something that your future self would do without feeling like it's a chore, without feeling like it's a task. It's something that they enjoy. It's something that they love. It's something that is part of them, part of their being. Consistency is a way of honoring the version that you are trying to become. Like each and every day that you decide to stay consistent and keep at your skill and keep at your craft, you're saying that I believe in the person that I'm trying to become. In the beginning of this year, I made a video about journaling and how it will help you, push further towards your goals, push further towards your plans, and help you see actually what you're doing. It's something that I still been doing on and off. I haven't been as consistent as I would like. So that's one of the reasons why I'm creating a habit tracker. I want to have something that shows my habits in the morning, afternoon, and evening, and a way for me to track it and be able to see what am I focusing on? What am I actually doing day in and day out to push me further, to propel me further? Journaling is very healing, very soothing, very calming. Having a tracker is putting yourself back in alignment. It's putting you back in a structure and not so much of a rigid place, but at the same time, a schedule. A schedule that, we kind of had while we were in school. I remember being in school and always having a certain amount of time for our classes, for our lunch when we were younger, for recess. It always was a block of structure because I think as humans, we really do need that, at least my opinion, in some form or fashion. But as adults, it's kind of like the balls in our court of how our day is planned out. Do we just allow a job to align our whole structure? And for the better half of it, I have just allowed my job to create the structure in my life. When I go to work, and when I come home, it's all based on did I get enough sleep for work, or will I get enough sleep for work, or I have to prepare myself for work. So all my schedule is based around my work structure. And now as I take the time to create, to be on YouTube, to have sort of my own business, hopefully, I'm starting to see that I have to create my own structure. And when you think about it, it's kind of hard because you never, at least for me, I've never been put in a place where I need to create my own schedule. I've never been put in a place where this is what I'm going to do in the morning, this is what I'm going to do in the afternoon, this is what I'm going to do in the evening. I've always volunteered myself, if I think about it, really. I've always volunteered myself into working a job. I've always volunteered myself into going into a school. I've always volunteered myself into joining a program that has structure already created. And it's nothing wrong with going into something like that. But when you are, moving into a path of entrepreneurship, you create your own schedule. And I think that's where the frustration can be sometimes, when you think about it, because it's like you're so excited, you're so motivated about having this business, you're so excited and so motivated about this new venture, but you don't realize all these small details that come with it. And having a schedule does come with it. And it's a schedule that you have to create and you have to live by, no matter if somebody checked you off for the day or not. Like, you're the one that checks off your attendance every single day. So are you going to keep showing up for yourself? Are you going to keep checking off that box? Or are you going to have a whole bunch of off days? And then even in the off days, what are you doing? So I feel like it's a very easy and small way to start, especially if this is the beginning of your entrepreneurship journey. It's something to hold you accountable in the meantime until you can create a schedule that works for you, that makes sense for you. because still having a 9 to 5 is hard. Still maybe having family at home is hard. Still all these other things make it hard. But are we going to use the hard excuses, or are we going to choose to push forward? Are we going to choose to say that I want something different for my life, but I know that it's more than just wanting something different. It's more than just having that YouTube high. It's more than just having that motivation to want something outside of what you already have. It's discipline. It's structure that you have to create for yourself. You have to know it for yourself. Nobody else can make it for you, because there's nobody else like you. You are your own person. You are unique in your own type of way. So you have to know that for yourself. And sometimes it's a lot of trial and error. And when we go through a lot of that trial and error, we oftentimes give up. We oftentimes lose hope, because we feel like it's supposed to work in a certain time limit. But you know that saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. Like, your dreams, your goals, they're there. They're not going anywhere because you're still here. They're inside of you. So sometimes we just have to show that grace with ourselves. We have to be patient with ourselves. We have to understand that this is going to be trial and error, that sometimes we're going to do something for a couple of weeks and we're going to be thinking it's going great until something happens that throws you all off center. And it doesn't mean that what you were doing was not working. It doesn't mean that you weren't going forward. It does not mean any of that. It just means that it's time to come back to a center, come back to a space of focusedness again, and reevaluate what you were doing. Reevaluate what was working, reevaluate what was not working, and keep pushing forward. Trial and error until you get it for yourself, until you get your rhythm. And even then, you don't get it for your whole life, because you change, we grow, we get older, more people come into our life, people leave. So you're always changing, and it's okay that your schedule has to change, but it's important to understand what schedule you need to be on right then and there to accomplish the goals, the dreams, the visions that you have in that season of your life. Because you got this. You got this more than what you realize. It's just trial and error. 3 tools I'm using to support this shift. The first tool I'm using is my habit tracker. I created a habit tracker on Canva, and I said, you know what? I'm going to use this. I'm going to implement this in my life for the month of April and see where it gets me. I really want something that can track me, that can hone in and help me figure out what I need to do more on a daily basis, especially when I feel thrown off because of a long work week and, maybe outside things are happening that I couldn't control. I believe a habit tracker will be a great tool to use. The second tool would be, it kind of ties into the first tool, is a daily check-in. I believe the habit tracker is like the daily check-in because I have it broken down to a morning, afternoon, and evening. So whether I check in or not, I'll see if I am committing to myself or not, or committing to what I'm trying to do for that week and for that month. And the third tool I'm using is accountability. So with myself, again, the habit tracker is the accountability, but also here, YouTube is the other accountability partner. By me just putting this out on video and sharing it with you guys is accountability. By me being able to come back and see my video and see a week from now, 2 weeks from now, a month from now, I'm able to see, did I do what I said I was going to do? Whether I failed or whether I won, I still have something accountable for myself. So find your accountability. If it's here, then definitely comment down below and say you want to be a part of that accountability. Consistency is built in moments, not motivation. I ask you this, what version of you are you becoming today? And what would she or he say? So download that habit tracker. It is free. Try it out, see it for yourself, see how it's going to help you. Comment down below. It will be in the description and it will be in the comments as well. And just come along with me, see how this works for us this month. And until next time, guys, keep aligning.